Hi, Henny.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Let me see. Is it this recording or not?
It is recording already.
Hi, Pao, are we recording this or not? No, right?
No, it's already recording. I'm just gonna make sure
Yeah.
that you are a co-host. And
Oh,
if
okay,
you
okay, great, great.
can you try to share your screen maybe?
Okay, let me try. Um, Maybe this one. Can you see though? Or let me see.
Um, yes, it's still loading.
Okay.
Yes, I can see your screen.
I hope this one have no glitch because I put it in desktop. The last time I put it in USB and it's like in the middle of the presentation, it's just loading. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like usually like 99% I don't have problem. But that day I'm doing a big 22 agents.
Oh
So
my gosh, it happens.
and I think, oh my God, lucky I memorized. So, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Nice
I'm
to see
so,
you too again, Henny.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's good. So you moved to yes education.
Yes, I did move to yes. I'll be on my fourth month next week.
Okay,
So it's pretty new. Um,
okay. Well,
same,
I'm
same,
here to
but
help
old.
too. True, true, true. Yeah, I mean, you be pro already. Anyway, so no
With a
need
lot
to.
of changes. You would always feel like you're a newbie.
Well, I understand that exactly. It's constantly changing with the
Yeah.
industry, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it
So
is.
it's very challenging in a lot of ways.
Yes, it's been challenging, and the new risk rating has been out yesterday. We're still
Yeah,
on
yeah.
number three,
I know
but
but it's a good news though for us, for the Philippines, it's a very small number of visa rejection. Uh,
yeah,
I touch wood, I better not speak too soon, but I don't have it right now. Yeah.
yeah.
You managing Philippines only or other region? RIA, it's for Malaysia and Indonesia, right?
Um,
RIA
maybe
Khan.
no, Henny, I think you're
Oh, you
checking
upgrade. Sorry, sorry. Oh my God. No,
No,
because I've been
I
because
get.
everybody moving around is
I
just so
know.
confusing. You're like,
It
geez.
is. Actually, like I've been getting that
One.
one a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe because I've stayed in my previous for quite a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, true, true.
So like people are still getting used to it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
like you asked, yes, I'm managing Philippines, and we also have an admission officer. So it's pretty
okay,
nice
that's
that we have one from recruitment and then another one for admissions to really support our
yeah.
Philippines agents. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Because it's yeah, I mean, I've been running. The things is with us, it's we have like I guess two master agent, yes, and up
Upgrade.
upgrade, and they're
Yep. Yep.
both under me, which is I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It's easier, but it's also like good recommendation and well, I know Pat Johnny well because he is Indonesian,
Yes.
Indonesian, and I'm Indonesian.
Yeah.
So yeah, he come to the agent networking events and things like that. Yeah, so I'm trying to organize. So you based in Manila, right?
Yes, in Manila. Yep. Yeah.
But do you have other officers in? Because I'm planning to go to the Philippines in
Okay.
November. So I'm going
Okay.
to Manila, Cebu, Bacolod and Iloilo
Okay.
because I haven't been there for a while. So I needed to do like a running a seminar as well, student seminar and things like that. So
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I see. Yeah, so I'm based in Manila. Our admission officer is based in Cebu. So let
Okay.
me know if you already have your dates so we can catch
Yeah.
up. Same with our
Yeah.
admission. So it would
Yes.
be pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that would be great because I'm already, well, I finalized my schedule today and just matter
Okay.
of hopefully being approved. And I just want to like few catch up with like a maybe small agent networking in Cebu and
Yes,
in
yes.
Bacolod. But yes, we can catch up, I suppose, in Manila, like dinner and things like that. I usually stay in New World, which is,
Okay.
yeah, which is in the center, right? It's much easier to go walk left and center, but I haven't been to Manila for work for like to the Philippines for a while for work. Yeah. So, do you come to Australia sometimes or not?
The last that I was able to visit was 2023. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's for a study MELB. So we were
Okay.
able to visit a lot of institutions.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So hopefully Study Go goes organize one soon because I know they organized the last time, but um I I think Simone went to the Philippines. So they go instead, they're doing it here, invited agent. I think it's better they invited agent because for us, we know our agent really well. So we
Yeah.
don't need specifically to travel to that country for those kind of events. I think it's
Yes.
better for them to invite it agent. I would, I think I would suggest that one better though. I believe it that's better because it's also familiarize agent with the location and things like that.
Yes.
Especially with TAFE Queensland, we do have a lot of campus.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It would really be nice. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for new updates for TAFE Queensland.
yeah,
I'm just not sure, Henny, if most of our agents, although this is recorded, I'll be sharing this to our agent partners
yeah,
because I don't know if you've heard that Cebu was struck with a strong earthquake last night.
yeah. I watched that this morning.
Yeah.
Well, I
So,
mean, I think how do you? I usually call you Pao, but do you
yes.
actually want to be called
No, I
Pauline?
really prefer to be called by Pao. It's very short.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I'm happy to run another presentation though.
Yeah. I
Do you know?
appreciate that one. But yeah, I think some of our agent partners are joining. We even have one of
Yeah,
our agent partners. She is based in New Zealand. She is a Filipino though, but
yeah,
she's
okay,
based in New
okay.
Zealand. She is very eager to promote Australia and excited to hear more about TAFE Queensland.
Okay, good,
And
good.
yeah, I think we can just wait for a few more minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to wait because
Yes.
it's better. I mean, we said it 12 anyway, so we can wait till 12 and see who is
Yeah.
actually join us or not.
Yeah.
But I know I understand because of the earthquake. I'm happy to we can run maybe a week after to let them settle first and
Mm,
then we can do that or next week I can these sort of things we're not planning, right? So
yeah.
things happen. um my presentation, it is, I think it's only about 42 slide, but we have a lot of time for Q&A and everybody can
Yes.
ask all these questions. I can explain each individual what required and what needed to do, like a financial. I'll send you all the attachment later, the link to the price list, pathway, GS video, financial
Yes, please.
documents. And I mean, we have a group chat. We can
Yes.
have, yeah, we have a group chat for Southeast Asia and yes, education. So everybody can put, I think it's easier to have a WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes, it would really be easier for any updates or even, like
Yeah,
rush increase or things like that.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Usually I update the agent through WhatsApp very quickly
Yes. Yes.
after the meeting if things like a price going up or the application is closed, orientation. But if you want, we can have a separate group chat like a Philippine Yes Education because some like if I put some entry requirement or financial, it could be confusing for
Yes.
Indonesia or
Yeah, I totally
yeah,
yeah, I understand, and I totally agree with that one. So sometimes it would really mix up because you've been
yeah,
handling a lot of regions, so I think it would
yeah,
really be
true.
best for
I
us to
think
have a
so.
separate one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that rather than yes, Southeast Asia because Southeast Asia is huge. So
Yes.
I usually put a question there and I address it to but Johnny like, oh, who is managing Vietnam, and I think I'm gonna put suggestion that way. It is easier for Simone and I still look after Southeast Asia and Europe. Currently, our supervisor doing the uh, Europe for us, but Sim is not well, so she been away for nearly 8 months now. So hopefully she's get better soon and come back, and two of us still doing things together. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
we've been work managing this region for a very long time together.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a long time, Henny.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so maybe we can I'll try to um share the
Yeah, yeah.
I am so sorry everyone. I My connection was lost. Can
Yeah.
you hear me, Annie?
I can hear you. So maybe we can share the video. I try to
Yes.
share a lot of the vocational placement one for the student from UK, but it is still same study location. But unfortunately, I think it told me the file is too big to be shared, even to put it in WhatsApp. So I'm not sure
Okay.
why. Yeah.
All right.
So let me try to figure it out how to drop that, I guess, and we can probably take it from there.
Okay, sure. I think people are joining in. Yeah, but for now, I'll share it would be a tour to all our attendees. I'll be sharing a video from TAFE Queensland. It's a tour of the campus.
There's no need for that language.
Just the personal one, not the professional.
I'll leave my professional one at home. Sorry, no.
Yeah, we can share more of these videos after I'll be sharing the link to our attendees. But yeah, Henny, you can start your presentation. And to our attendees, if you have any questions or clarifications, just put in a chat box. We'll go over it one by one. Henny, over to you. Oh, you're on mute, Henny.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Henny from TAFE Queensland International. How are you all? I'm going to do a short presentation about TAFE Queensland and explain all the courses, what we offer, and with all our different locations. So I'm sure everybody know about the TAFE Queensland and yes, education, of course. And so TAFE Queensland, it is government-owned institutions. So students who study with us, obviously, they want the qualification pathway to university partner what we have in place, and it's also to gain global experience. So this is, as a government institution, I needed to read this. TAFE Queensland acknowledge the traditional custodian of country throughout Australia and respect and continuing connection to the land, waters, family, and that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people uphold. We pay respect to elders past, present, and future. We recognize that teaching and learning has taken place in a country over 60 years, and that two-way learning is an important part of our reconciliation journey. So as an institution, we needed to read that because we are government. Okay, so this is, I guess this is why people choose TAFE Queensland. We are a larger educational provider in Queensland and second largest in Australia. And so it's a huge, we have 64 campus and 27 accommodate international students around the world. We have 95 nationality currently study with us. So it is not just Philippine, but I'm hoping Philippine will become number one for me. It is, yes. So um, Southeast Asia, obviously, how you know it's a very different market. I'm hoping review yesterday, Philippines become less risk, but I can explain that. I mean, good news for TAFE Queensland. The majority of my Filipino students do get a visa and compare with the Department of Immigration and Home Affairs, Southeast Asia visa approval for TAFE Queensland is 95.7, and Department of Immigration only 85 for Southeast Asia. So it is it's very encouraging for me as a person who managing Southeast Asia, which is help a lot by looking at all those data statistic. I'm happy to share it with you, some of the report I obtained from a government how, and then you can have a look into it. So this is all our statistic for all our students, and that's including international. and a domestic. So you can have a look. It is very high percentage employee satisfaction, student satisfaction, and a graduate student. So we have 86%, compare universities only less than 60% obtaining a job. So this is, we are the largest provider and the winner for International Prestigious Recognition Training Award for Australia. So this is a very interesting statistic. As you can see, Philippines, it is number 2 for TAFE Queensland. The number of students, I can share some of this slide for you, how it's good for I guess it's a market intel and you can have a look. I know you will probably just focus on the Philippines, but it is important to know, and I can share some of this slide. You can look into it and you can decide it, which one you want to keep, which one not. I will share also the genuine student criteria slide later on, and you can share with everybody. Maybe after we create our group chat for Philippine Yes Education and South Tape Queensland, that way we can put all the question, anything the team or the you are asking question or information you needed. So this is the study area we have. International student from the Philippines, the majority would be in health science and not many in sport and fitness, but nursing, lab tech, dental, individual support, and also hospitality, kitchen management, some in a trade, couple of some in engineering, and the one is merging, which is this one, early childhood education and community service. So Filipino students don't study English as they require already IELTS 6. That will meet the requirement to obtain student visa, but also the majority of the Queensland courses. Um, so, so this one, the price of the course we currently have, which is, don't worry about that because international students, some Filipino students study English course just to fill the gap. So for example, if they study diploma of nursing and they want to do bachelor of nursing, they would have a little gap, 3 months, and that way they just study out preparation or Cambridge for 6 or to 8 weeks to make sure they not have the huge gap required or is allow them to study fully. Okay, so this is again, that's just the English course. We just skip that one. So we do have the program what we have here. So most international students from the Philippines don't do this bottom, but we do straight for certificate 4. We have a diploma, advanced diploma and associate degree in civil engineering. We have a bachelor, we have a graduate diploma and bachelor and master, but it's only in IT. Okay, so I'll show you this is where is our study location. Obviously, everybody would know the Queensland and all our campus. Again, I can share some of this information for the team to look at. Paul, should we have a Q&A last? That will give a lot of time for the team to ask questions. I can explain in details or go back to the slide.
Yes, yes, we can do it on the last part of your presentation.
Yeah, sure. That would be good. So in Brisbane, this is where the study location. So we do have a cashier reach, older trade course, and we have in Eagle Farm, it's only a couple of courses, and in Grovely, it is just engineering course. We do have a Logan Lee, Mount Gravatt, most for the fashion course and creative industry summits there. The biggest one though would be South Bank, and with Springfield is only a few courses there, which is not as popular for international students to study there, except if they come from Japan or China, because they choose remedial masters there. So this is a Gold Coast. We do have a Ashmore, so it is a lot of for trade, creative industry as well. Southport, Rabina. Rabina is our newest campus out of all of them. That campus is the silver winner in the world for a sustainability campus. So it is very new, and it's really amazing campus. I will share, or maybe what I'm going to do, I will try to post it in Facebook and you can share that video. Okay, so again, this is at Sunshine Coast. We do have a Malulava. So this is where Sunshine Coast Health Institute, that where is the older student to study diploma of nursing. And this one, it is some hospitality at Harbor Bay, and Vanderburg, again, it is only not many courses, but it is popular for students from the Philippines, and also from India. The reason is because the cost of living is also less, and it's a lot of family. For a Filipino student, a lot of them stay with the family, so they choose to study in a regional area. And it's also, as you know, they do plan to obtain for either a PR or a grad visa after they complete their program. So this is adding them additional points if they are planning. And as you know, you can refer them to migration agency. I'm sure, yes, already have few of them in place. Okay. So again, this is another campus, Toowoomba. It is quite popular for a student from the Philippines as well. Again, Stansville. So some of these regional campus cities, quite a few Filipino students study there, either kitchen management or diploma of nursing and early childhood education. So in regarding accommodation, TAFE Queensland don't have a dormitory or a homestay. We don't organize it. This is just information for the student. Again, if you're looking at Philippines, most students don't stay in a student accommodation or homestay. A lot of Filipino students either stay with the family or they do, I guess, share accommodation with their friends. So 4 or 5 of them rent a unit or house, and then they share that accommodation, the costing and things like that. So yeah, this is just information for us to show to the student in case you have young student who want to stay in a student accommodation. So the cost of living, this is just average from a data what we have. Again, it's also depending on how is the student want to live. You know, the lifestyle, it can be different. What they're spending, it is also can be different. One important things, or it is people probably don't realize it, because of the public transport here only costs 50 cents in Queensland. So for example, it's from city to where I live, it used to be $9.80. Now it's 50 cents. So if you calculate it in a 1 year, it can save up to $5,000 to $6,000 per student who actually back and forward to the city or to the library to study, or we do have a library here as well. Student can borrow books, and not necessarily they have to purchase those books, because like a nursing book, accounting, it can be quite expensive. The only thing they needed to be I guess, diligent and remind themselves when they have to return that book, because we don't have as much books as older student, but a lot of nursing student, especially from the Philippines, they just purchase the book because they can use that books when they are study their bachelor. So the international support, we do have a international support officer or welfare officer in most of our campus, and they can help the student, but we also have a professional counseling if the students need it or they feel like a bit homesick. Again, from my experience, 99% my Filipino students not, because as soon they arrive, they already have friends. They're probably doing a research before even they left Philippines. So this is really good. And I do always encourage the student to help each other. Most of my Filipino students, though, they do they make friends to each other, helping each other to find a job and things like that. So it is a very strong community here as well in Brisbane for a Filipino student. And they have a festival every year where a lot of Filipino can get together. And, I mean, Filipino is very friendly and making friends very quickly. So it's help a lot when they're coming to study abroad. So the vocational placement, what I needed to explain. So most of the Queensland courses, student will be study in simulation environment. So for example, if they study nursing, early childhood education, hospitality, we do have our own restaurant, training restaurant, and also the formal restaurant as well. So it is very important for the student to do it. Vocational placement is part of the course. So student needed to pass that course, this vocational placement, to be able to obtain their qualification. So we don't send student out to do vocational placement unless they meet all the requirement and what needed to do vocational placement, because we send, for example, nursing student, they're going to uh, aged care facility or to the hospital. So they would be learning to deal with the real people. And of course, this is very important for us to make sure our student is ready, and also given the opportunity for the student to obtain job in the places where they're doing their vocational placement. So they would be just like a worker, except being supervised by nurse, registered nurse there, and which is that will help the student to see how they're going to work. And many of our students, while they study nursing, they work there as a carer, and that will helping them for a cost of living as well. The salary, it's a range between $38 to $52, depending on where they work and when they're working. That is important because their salary, it could be double. So this is a- I will share this video probably later. So this the girl from the Philippines. I think she's come from Bacolod. She's doing kitchen management. She has completed her course and she's already got sponsor in one of the hotel. And I follow her in Facebook and she's friend with me. She's already got sponsor and some of them already moving across Australia. A couple of them work in what's in Perth, and I think two of the Filipino student, the last one, I went to the Philippines. They actually work for Marriott here at the Gold Coast. So this is the pathway with the university. So currently a student can choose any of this university to do pathway. So the majority 1 year diploma, and it can give them a 60 to 80 credit point, which is like 1 year to 2 term, 3 terms. Um, from my experience with a Filipino student, either a lot of them go to ACU or Griffith University. I guess maybe because the cost it is slightly competitive, and also Sunshine Coast University. No many going to the others, but I know these three university. That's where it's Filipino students go, and also I think these three institute do three university have in country rep in the Philippines, so maybe that would be also helping them. Okay, so the academic requirement, what I'm putting it all here. So with the Philippine, obviously with the trade, they need to finish year 10, but in Philippine, we required probably the K-12, or again, majority. I would like to have more student complete K-12 and then study certificate and diploma and pathway to university. But if not, because this one probably is not that many Filipinos doing, because a lot of Filipino already have a bachelor. We just needed to be careful with their GS, because it is it's as a Philippine risk-free, we needed to be very diligent to look into it. Their GS a document or statement. One thing though, I needed to make sure or share this information recently. I have some Filipino students submit their GS but generate from AI. Immigration, Department of Immigration do have a software can detect that, but it's also a person who actually looking at GS all the time. Admission can also look into it and see, well, this is not the student write it, right? So I mean, of course, GS, you can use AI. AI, it is very important. Everybody use it, but we just needed to be careful with that one as well. Okay, so this is what again, most of our courses series have IELTS requirement, IELTS 6, have to be academic or PTE. 70% and more students from the Philippines submit PTE rather than IELTS, and that should be accepted. So this is all the courses, it's required IELTS 7 academic. You can have a look here. I will share a lot of this information for you, Pao, so you can share with the team later on. With the diploma of nursing, those students need to meet all the entry requirements, and the best option it is submit the IELTS if the student, or PTE if the student make a booking. The agent can submit the booking reference to say the student make the booking. Academic, if it's not in English, needed to be translated in English as well. The financial document to be whoever sponsoring. For example, a lot of Filipino students sponsored by grandma, granddad, uncle, or sister, or a brother. They just needed to submit that, and obviously the identification of the family needed to be uploaded. What is that relationship? One important thing as well about the financial, it is that if the student recently have, I think 3 students, they submit the financial, but afterward they have a big lump sum get into that account. What they needed to do, they needed to explain where that money come from, and it just explained a little bit. I mean, with these 3 students, it's obviously They get it from grandmother's pension, and one is from dad. And so they will obviously take it out their pensions money or superannuation, whatever that would be, and put it there as a fund for their daughter. Okay, so this is the postgrad cybersecurity we have. I can share this one later on, the entry requirement, the academic requirement as well. So the student needed to have experience. I will explain later on about the payment and deposit structure, any other things. So if the team can probably put in a chat what question they have, and we can take it from there. So again, this is sort of thing with TAFE Queensland, the payment, it is per semester. So there is no payment plan from first semester, but second semester, if the student have an issue, they needed to request it with the student engagement to obtain that payment plan. I'll explain it to you later. How is it that look like the payment plan? So this is the associate degree, civil engineering. We do waiting for approval for the scholarship of this associate degree, master and bachelor of nursing. As soon we have that in place, I will share it in a chat so everybody can you can share it with the team and they can have a look into it. Any news, anything, I will share it in a chat for everyone. So this is the Gen 1 student criteria. I will share this slide. Again, later on, I will put it in an email power for you to share with everybody, including the video explanation, which is good. You're welcome to share it with the student who not sure how to do it. So this is what TAFE Queensland obviously asking the question in a GS, like the background. And the second one would be obviously that one study. It's most important as well. One tips I can share is that the student be good. If they want to study diploma of nursing, they needed to look at what subject it is that in that course. It is all of them in a website, course overview, and I will give them all the subject lists. Student can have a look at that one because this one will help the students to look and read it, and then that way they can relate it to that GS question. So this is the question number 3. I will share the video because then that way the team can make sense of it, of what they are really asking for. So the 1 to 4, it is more for offshore student. The number 5 though, I mean, I know you managing obviously from student from offshore, then they come to Australia, say they study at other institute and they want to move to TAFE Queensland for valid reason. And this is the number 5 more related. So 1 to 4, it is more for offshore student. But again, this one, just in case your student who you refer it to study in Australia wants to move institution. Okay. So this is the application process, obviously. I mean, I think everybody familiar to all this process. So it's not going to be challenged, but do let me know. All our courses, offshore, onshore, diploma, bachelor, certificate level, master level, all of the deposit is $3,000. So there is no different. The remaining first semester, though, to be paid 1 month prior to the course commence. One important thing is when the student accepted the offer before they make a payment, make sure they meet the entry requirement. So we are different than other provider. We don't want the student to pay tuition fee and hold them money, because that's not what it is. I mean, of course, we want the student to pay the tuition fee, but it's most important they needed to meet the entry requirement prior for us to issue the confirmation of enrollment. One course is the 1 weekend of issue confirmation of enrollment. It's have to be the diploma of nursing, and Bachelor of Nursing. Obviously, student needed to finish the diploma prior to do the bachelor. So TAFE Queensland only offer Bachelor of Nursing as a study package. So the student will be exit with the EN and then afterward do RN. And again, 80% of the Filipino students, when they study diploma of nursing, they choose that way. Because that way they can support themselves with the living cost of living, because they can work as a EN first while they study their RN. So this is the financial requirement as per Department of Immigration guideline. Again, if it's that change, and we can just need it to have a look at. So bank statement, education loan document, if it's that, a sponsor letter, if come from the parents. So we just needed to know. I mean, some we have in the past students say, oh, we got this sponsor from my friend. Usually friend don't pay $30,000, um, somebody's tuition fee if you are just a friend. So it needed to be explained further, either that's my sister or that's my partner, or you know what I mean? Because this is, if the institution cannot accept it, immigration will be not accepting those kind of documents. So the placement test, we don't worry about that one, because that again is not applicable to the Philippine. Yeah. So this is again, that is a deposit. So most Philippine would be in this last one, not these two on the top. So the student, when they study vet, yeah, so this just basically deposit. We don't ask deposit for their next course. And so this is, you can just click on it if you want to look at campus tour, testimonial, and study location of our courses. This is basically my details. I will share that later in a team if anybody wants to know. And that's the end of my presentation. Any question?
Yes, Henny, there are a few questions. First of all,
Excellent.
thank you for discussing what TAFE Queensland can offer and the updates from GS. So you mentioned that the admissions might be asking for financial documents. So what are the cases that TAFE Queensland will be asking for it? Is it based on the student's age or the profile?
Okay, with the Philippine, because Department of Immigration required financial.
Yep. Yes.
So we would be requesting that, because we don't wanted a student to submit something, uh, you know, I guess something is incomplete. And just to prevent it that, because if they already have everything in place, and obviously that would be helping them, the agent helping them to submit the visa, everything already in place. So it's not case by case for the Philippines. Any level 3 we required, because that's required by Department of Immigration.
Okay. So, thank you for that, Henny. To our attendees, the new risk rating has been up yesterday, and apparently Philippines is still on assessment level 3. So English is a requirement, whether the student will be taking IELTS or PTE, it doesn't matter. And aside from that,
Yeah.
financial documents is also a requirement. So, Henny, once we submitted the application, the financial documents should already be there.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
should be all there because if the document is complete and that way it's faster rather than we back and forward in a group chat asking this document, where is that? The the most I think the better way is doing that like the academic, it's been translated or certified. Obviously, you will be certified by Yes Education by putting us the agency stamp, right?
Yes.
So that's would be number one. Um, a copy of their passport, their PTE, if they make the booking and then submit the booking reference. So we know because we don't want to student to leave things in a last minute. With the financial document, the more complete the application, the faster would be the, I guess, the admission can assess them, and it's also less frustration for the admission team, but it's also for the agent. And we all in, I guess, not just business, but we want our student to convert faster.
Right. I understand. Okay. We do have one question here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Henny. So for English courses, can they apply for the whole duration, like standard duration of the course? This is for students who don't want to take IELTS or PTE. Um,
But
I-
but Filipino needed to have
yes.
English. So
Yes.
it's to me, so for example, the requirement to obtain student visa is IELTS 6. So if you have a IELTS 6, they can probably straight away to do their courses. The only things cannot be packaged is diploma of nursing
I see.
and bachelor of nursing. That is a requirement from APRA and ADMEC.
Yeah.
It is to do with the registration. If they not meet English requirement prior to enrollment, they cannot, I guess, cannot be registered, which is what the point. If you got the qualification, but you cannot work, you cannot register. And registration is everything for international student.
Yeah. And to add to Henny's answer, so international students, especially for those who are coming in level 3, really need IELTS or PTE. And in case the student was not able to reach the required score for English requirement, that's what is Henny's mentioning. We can definitely package it to English courses. Again, this is not
Yeah,
for nursing courses, whether it's a diploma
yeah,
or bachelor.
yeah.
So yeah.
But
S-
one thing with that one, those student can do to read. We can accept the to retake. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So
That
retake,
would be
we
perfect.
can do that. Yes.
Yeah. Another
Okay.
question here for, oh, it's about
If
age. For Filipinos, most applicants are old already, and with the changes immigration has, are
yeah.
you strict when it comes to age? What is the oldest you
So
have
okay.
with your
So
vocational and
most
bachelor?
of okay. So I can tell you the age for a Filipino. If obviously if they do K-12, they 18 and a half. The most application from the Philippines is between 24 to 28. Well, that is what we receive. But it's because, I mean, if they over 30 or something, that would be hard for them to explain in their GS, right? Because they would have a huge study gap unless they study master. and that can be explained. Obviously, master required work experience or any others. So that is a different, right? So higher education, it is a different, but most for the vets, the student needed to explain clearly in their GS.
Yes. Thank you for that one. Another is for financial. Is it in lump sum? Do they need to provide evidence source of finances?
So the financial is required for, as per the immigration, which is they're asking 1 year, right? 1
Yes.
year, and yeah. So just have a look at, I can share later on like the checklist in the website from the Department of Immigration. Just click on that one for Philippine. I can download it for Philippine, and then I'll share everything what I uh, have the information for everybody to use. So the financial aid is, as per the Department of Immigration, requested 1 year cost of living and then tuition fee. And if they have a dependent, though, that is also can be challenging for them, to be honest, because it's they probably want to do it differently. How they do it, because if they bring it dependent straight away, that it can be red flag for them to apply for the student visa.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think you
One,
already, yeah, sorry, Henny,
yeah,
go on.
no, I just look at it here. Somebody asking a question.
Yes.
Do you accept client with a dependent? Yes. If the student bring dependents, so that's again, it's up to them how they're gonna manage that. Um, that's again as per the Department of Immigration requests. Um, if the student have a history of visa refusal, though, that can be quite tricky. And I don't say no, but it could be yes, could be no, because the reason is, for example, I have a student from Indonesia got a visa refusal at the beginning. The student forgot to attach the overseas health cover. So that is can be explained, that is it is not major issue. So when the student reapply, um they reissue the ECOE, attach it again, and the student got visa. So this is, but if it's a immigration, I know sometimes can be a bit tricky. Um, I have a one student from Turkey got visa rejection. Immigration didn't see it. The explanation on the bottom, the student have uh, 125,000 from the parents, and they look at it is 12,500. They didn't see it. So they again they resubmitted. The student appeal and resubmitted, and they got the visa. So this is kind of minor things. It can be explained. What I can explain, another thing I don't explain in detail before, it is to do with a pathway to university. So obviously, yes, education do have a agreement to most of university. If the student, for example, say study diploma hospitality management, and they want to study bachelor of hotel management at Griffith, so the student needed to submit their application to us, getting the offer, confirmation of enrollment, then submit it to Griffith to get the offer letter. And also when they pay deposit, most of the pathway didn't request, they not requested a payment. But my understanding from my uh Samantha presentation, risk-free, they might ask, not all risk-free, but they might asking the deposit from risk-free country for a study package to obtain confirmation of enrollment. But I think they not offer study um, confirmation of enrollment issued a if it's a Bachelor of Nursing. So with TAFE Queensland, we will definitely issue that because it's our student diploma to bachelor. If you have a student though, finish their but the diploma with the other provider in Australia, they can come to study their diploma, Bachelor of Nursing with TAFE Queensland and go straight to their second year. We just needed to see their registration for their diploma. And because I'm sure you're aware, Pau, it is, say they do diploma of nursing with QT or ACU, that is purely pathway. They have a 1 year, but it is not EN. So it is very different with our diploma. Our diploma is 18 months, but it is exit as an enrolled nurse.
Yeah, it's not really the way it works because
Yes,
anyway.
thank you for that one. So, yeah, for any students you have that had previous visa refusal, definitely TAFE Queensland won't automatically say no. So what Henny is mentioning is, let's check what is the reason of the visa refusal. Ask the students what is the difference of their circumstances before and now, and let's
Yeah,
see if it's not that the reason is not that heavy, we can definitely try. So
yeah,
just send the documents to me. I'll be forwarding it to Henny for her to really check, and then we can submit it to
yeah,
their admissions. Yeah,
yeah,
let's definitely let's just set the students' expectation because of
yeah,
their previous visa refusal. But again, it's
yeah,
not an automatic no. It just depends on the
yeah.
reason.
But it's also if you have a student who actually young and not sure, and their parents want to talk to me, how you can, we can probably have a meeting with the parent, student, and one of your team,
Yeah.
and that way it is I can explain to them. Sometimes they are like specialists, for example, a lot of Southeast Asian students, they are very interesting, talk to their agent, but at the same time with the institute representative. And I'm happy to talk to them to help you to get through those applications. So we do work together as a team, and that way we can get to which states what we wanted it to be. If the student, though, their academic is really bad, that is a also question for the admission team to see. Because I mean, if they fail back home, I mean, study abroad is going to be even harder. Another things what I haven't shared, how I don't know if I okay to mention it here. If so, for example, if your student who study in Australia, they already obtain graduate visa, the student or their family can study with TAFE any courses because it doesn't have to be registered. They already got graduate visa. Their visa needed to cover duration of the course, and that student will pay full fee domestic. We classify as a non-student visa. Again, if they go 485 2 years, they can study a year and a half course or even 2 years, as long as the visa cover duration of the course, and we be able to pay commission, but it is different, yes, because they would pay full fee domestic. Um, I can send you those info for you, Power, because probably some question maybe you as a manager want to know, but we won't be sharing it here in case it's not relevant to the other. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, are there any other questions or clarifications to our attendees? Whether it's entry requirement, English requirement, financials?
Yeah, or any courses. Uh, Also another thing with the old TAFE, anyway, in Australia, it is a priority one for visa processing by Department of Immigration and Home Affairs. So this is will be helping the student to getting their visa faster because any government institution is has been put in that priority. Um, Anybody have those questions? Please ask. I'm happy to explain.
Yeah, for those of our agents, if you have specific questions for any of the courses they do offer, please let us know. Henny would be very happy to answer it.
Yeah, let me have a look if I can share one of the. So this is the video. I hope I can share it. Give me a second. Oops. Um, uh, um, Let me have a look if I can share. Okay, hang on. Just let me share. Um, this one here.
Yeah, video is playing
It,
already, Henny.
okay, give me a second. I'll go back, start from beginning. So this is one of the student from the Philippines.
Oh, there's no audio.
They knows.
Let's check.
Hang on, give me.
I know.
That's weird.
Sometimes it's really. Let's check.
Hmm. So I'll just show you the video. You can have a look. I'll share it later. This
Later,
is
yeah.
they just been given to me. So maybe let me try to sort this out. Well, I'll share it probably later on if I can, but this is just been given to me about this video. It's anybody have any question or anything I haven't explained to the team?
Yeah, anyone? But I think,
You can
but
ask me
it,
anything anyway, because that way I can help you. It's even, I guess, if you know anything about TAFE or cost of living in Australia or how you can help your student, I'm happy here to give you some tips, how to share, how to look at the GS. Um, it is important for us to work together.
definitely. But in case there are none, or in the future you will be having your potential students, me and Henny would be very happy to sit in for a call, check their GS, have a consultation, or anything you have clarifications, just message me. If I can definitely answer it, I'll be answering right away. But if I need Henny's confirmation, I'll get
Yeah.
back to you with Henny's updates and answers.
So if you don't have a question, may I ask question?
Sure, Henny.
So with the majority of the student from Yes Education, what courses they actually interested with TAFE Queensland or overall in Australia?
I can answer that one. And again, with our attendees, just type your questions. I mean, type your answers, the usual courses that your students are asking. So for yes, Henny, it's still nursing.
Okay.
IT is
Mm-hmm.
growing. Same with social work.
Okay.
Um, business and engineering are there. Teaching
Okay.
and education, that's the usual.
Okay.
Hospitality, I think it's slowing down.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
It,
the PR and things like that. Yes.
yes. So that's the
Okay.
usual courses that we are receiving from some of our agents.
How about early childhood education? Because
Yes.
that also growing for
Yes, it's all yeah.
Philippine.
It's also included.
Is it diploma level or bachelor level?
It's actually more of the postgraduate.
Okay, so but okay.
Yes.
And with the student though, what is the most popular destination that coming to Australia? I know maybe Sydney and Melbourne, but like with a lot of other agents, it's like Brisbane, like Queensland is number three destination, and some of them it is to do go with Western Australia or
Yes.
Adelaide as well. Um, but what is the age bracket usually with the one you're dealing with, if you don't mind me asking?
I think students and because agents are pretty aware of the changes,
Okay,
K-12 graduates are really increasing.
okay, that's good.
Yes, really increasing. And the oldest that we have received prior all the changes, um like 38, 40, but because of
Hmm.
the graduate visa, some
It
of the
changed to
agents,
35,
yes,
yeah, changed to
35.
35,
So
yes.
yeah, some agents are only accepting until 32 or 33 years old for their
Okay,
postgraduate.
okay, that's good. We talking about K-12 though, because my understanding, a lot of university don't accept K-12 go directly to their bachelor, right?
Some,
Um,
yes.
because I know with a few others, like they posted, they don't take these sort of things. They only accept it, like many of our partner university, they accepted a student who finished diploma of nursing, um, then go to their bachelor before we have our bachelor or diploma business. So K-12 can go to do diploma of business, double diploma with TAFE, and then they can go to their second year bachelor with the Griffith University, ACU or JCU or
Yep.
QT, depending on where the students come from. Like I said again, three of those university I mentioned before, that's what is a lot of Filipino students going to because of the regional and the competitive pricing. Um, so it is. I just want to explain the difference between doing a first, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we partnering with uni, and I'm sure all of us here in this team, it is at least having a bachelor level or even master level. But what in Australia, the different is we're looking more a skill than qualification a lot of time. And this is the reason university grad only obtaining jobs 58%, which is Dave is 86% because of that one. So most international students, they needed to work to support themselves as well. Not all of it perhaps, but at least helping them half of the costing while they are study things like that. And also with the diploma, I mean, so for example, if a student study bachelor a lot of time, they needed to meet the GPA as well,
Yep.
which is with TAFE. It is delivered different. With us, it is competency based. So most of the student to pass the subject, we required 80% plus. So this is already high, and this is the reason university like to have a student from TAFE because they already know how to navigate themselves and they have very high success rate. Many of my students from Southeast Asia do diploma and do bachelor. They have higher percentage of passing their bachelor because they already got the experience, they got the qualification in hands, and that's also helping them to obtain part-time job. So it is imperative for them to have those skills, and we do organize vocational placement for them. So this is it's again another bonus to study with TAFE because all our program do students study in simulation environment. It's any things I said unclear to the team or something that they have a question to ask?
Mm, okay,
Okay,
we
somebody asking
yes.
question here.
If
If a client want to study postgraduates in ECEC, do they need to have a bachelor degree in education and background in education? So with TAFE Queensland, we don't offer the bachelor level. So most of our students who want to do directly to do bachelor in ECEC, they would go straight to the university. Like for example, again, ACU. The reason I know a lot about ACU because I travel a lot with Mithun and Desmond. We friend for like forever. So it is, however, though, a lot of Filipino students study the certificate and diploma early childhood education because it is very affordable courses, and also the student can start working in early childhood education. This year, not long ago, um, Australian government increased salary up to 34 and 38%, I think, for people who work in health. So, for example, nursing, individual support, and early childhood education. So, Australian government invested a lot money into that for the program. Okay, so the is that answer your question, or so should I go to the next question?
yeah, I think we can go to the next. I'm also replying to them
Okay,
via
so
yeah.
the next one is said, do you accept student with no experience and background from their chosen course? The answer is yes. Um, I mean, of course, student, for example, if they study, makes sense if they study hospitality, for example, kitchen management. Um, I mean, obviously, they're not a professional chef already in somewhere in Shangri-La or um, Newell or you know, Radisson Blue and things. If you're already a professional chef, you wouldn't come to study again. So a lot of those students who study, they don't have that much experience or they want to change a career. So this is what they basically, for us, we do teach students start from beginning. It's basically like a business or early childhood or nursing. Um, it it's slightly you know what they learn back home is a different equipment, different law, different process policy. So it's kind of they needed to learn from beginning. So experience, of course, when they do their GS, if they're doing a different field, they need to explain. So for example, I do have a student who finished Bachelor of Hotel Management in the Philippines. Why they want to do kitchen management? That's needed to explain because I know in the Philippines, like a lot in Indonesia or Malaysia, we doing a lot of theoretical theory rather than practical, which is here it is hand in hand because industry don't want to hire somebody with no skill into that industry they chosen. Is that answer the question?
I'll also add to what you answered, Henny. So, it really depends, guys. Although most of us won't really strongly suggest to, like really
Mm.
hop to another course. But definitely if the student can explain it properly on their GS why they will be choosing this course, their career outcome, definitely we can try it. So because we definitely need support for
Yeah,
their GS, because if it's just very vague, it would definitely be a red flag, and it might not,
yeah,
like, even maybe even the institution won't give you an offer letter,
yeah,
because they just send it, shared it. Oh, I wanted to change my career, just like that one. It's very vague.
yeah,
But if the student can really explain it, and give strong evidence why he or
yeah,
she will be changing career, we definitely can try.
yeah. But it's also, I think, a lot of time it's also helping to collate your photos. For example, say you do have a IT, but you work in a restaurant and that is your passion and things like that. Having those photo, your probably social media things, it's just like having a small portfolio that also can help. Do you know, like for example, I have a students want to study diploma of nursing, and it was like, well, I'm very interesting, look after people, and then she's actually saying, well, I look after my grandma. So that is a different. Um, Immigration don't accept that sort of stuff, and admission probably not. I mean, they know we Asian, we always look after the elders anyway. So that is just duty of a granddaughter, duty of daughter. So this, it's more into the details, I guess, like a professional level sort of things that can help. Um, yeah, so that's is definitely something what we need to look at and maybe have those um, experience. So what I'm going to share later on, like the link of the price list video, GS video, the slide about the GS financial, everything to do, how pathway to university. Um, and you can have a look the entry requirement for diploma of nursing and bachelor of nursing, and you probably just look at which one, I guess, if you want to filter which one do you want to share or not, entirely up to you. I would send the non-student visa as well, and we just needed to work together diligently and try to get to where we are. I mean, it's, I guess, if I talk to the Indonesian team, completely slightly different, the requirement and everything, because Indonesia is risk one. But like if you have your student here already, the one you refer to, and they finish with the grad visa, or they have a family member, because I would be talk to my colleague as well. So one of the agent, I guess, we recommended it is yes, education. So for your information, I mean, probably the others might listen to it. I just want to say I'm not signing a new agent right now because I have finished concluded the reference. So we would refer it to the master agent, like yes, education, because it is it's a harder to sign up a new agent at the moment. Everything have to be with a business case and a proposal from my part, and can take days just to do it.
Yeah, sure, Henny. Thank you for that. And for our attendees, if you wish to have a webinar with your potential leads about TAFE Queensland, do let me know. I'll be arranging everything with Henny. Send
Yeah,
your proposed dates, and we'll be happy to attend that.
Yeah. Just let me know if you have a webinar you want to run. I do run an online webinar. And if
Yes.
you have a school you want to visit, I do in the last 1 month, I've been doing Saturday and Sunday presentation with school and the other
Okay.
agent attended expo. So yeah, I'm happy to do that. That's not a problem. I'm doing here on shore as well anyway for, yeah, so it's all good.
All right. Thank you so much, Henny, for your time and
Yeah,
to our attendees. And I hope if there are anyone from Cebu here, I hope you guys are safe, your family is
yeah.
safe.
So
And yeah, just send us a message if you have any questions, clarifications, anything about TAFE Queensland, and I'll be
yeah,
happy to support you guys.
yeah. Let me know though. I mean, yes. And I'm happy to do another one, Paul, because I'm sorry about people in Cebu and
I know, I know.
please stay safe. Hopefully by the time I get there in November, should be all good.
Yes, hopefully, Henny, and hope
Yeah,
to catch up when you visit in November.
yeah, yeah, definitely. We can catch up for dinner
Yes.
with the other friends.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you. Thanks,
And again,
everyone.
Henny, thank you,
Yeah,
everyone. Have a great midweek, and again, take care, guys. Talk to you
yes.
soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.